In this video, I'll show you how to create a cartoon effect and also a caricature effect in Photoshop. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Mary and I'll be showing you how to create this lovely cartoon effect and caricature effect in Photoshop. So if you're interested, let's get started. So I have the beautiful picture that I will use today already. So the first thing I will do is I'll convert this picture into a smart object by right clicking on the layer and convert to smart object, so that any effect that we make on the picture we can easily adjust it later. So and then I'll rename this to be original, since I'll make a copy. So the next thing I will do is I will check my image size by going to image tab here, click image size. So I want to adjust the resolution, the height and the width, so I'm going to get a good details of the effect on the picture at the end of the day. So I'll change the resolution here to 300 pixels. I'll change the height to about 2000 to 2005, so I'll just pick 2002 and it's going to give me the width automatically. So I'll click OK and then I'll zoom out. The shortcut to zoom out, if you don't want to use the zoom icon here, is just hold the space bar and command together. Your cursor will change to the zoom icon. Okay, so I'll just hold it together and just click and drag and I'm going to have my picture zoomed out. Okay, so the next thing I'll do is duplicate the layer by clicking Ctrl or Command J on my keyboard, and then I'll rename it to first effect because I might have to make another copy. So I'll name it first effect. Then the next thing I'll do is go up here to my filter tab and click liquify. Then you will see the liquify window. In case you are using an older version of Photoshop, you might not see this, so you need to update your Photoshop to a newer version from like maybe 2017 or 2018 upward. Okay, so once you open up your liquify window, you will see some effects here on the right hand side. So we'll be using the face aware liquify to create the effect on this picture. Okay, so we have the face. Photoshop can detect the eyes, the nose, the mouth and also face shape. So the next thing we're going to do is just make adjustments to the eye, the nose, the mouth to create like a 3D cartoonish feel. Okay, and you see this chain like stuff here is used to link the two eyes together. If I make adjustment on this one, it's going to just affect one of the eyes, but I want it to affect both at the same time. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll link it together. So I'll link everything together so the adjustment is going to be uniform. So I'll go ahead and make sure I increase the eyes, make it smaller, no, make it bigger. Bigger is better. Then I'll increase the eye height, increase the eye width and eye tilt. Take it to 100. Then you can also adjust the eye distance if you want it further apart or you want it closer together. So I think I'll just make it closer about here. is good. Any number that is okay for you. Go ahead to the nose and adjust the nose. I'll just take it to about, let's see, 50. Then the nose width, I'll also, I'll make it smaller, so I'll take it to -100. Then let's go on to the mouth tab. The smile, you can adjust the smile and make her smile more like that if you want it. And the upper lips, make it bigger. Lower lip, make it bigger. Bigger is always better. Mouth, no, let's make the mouth smaller. Sorry, let's make the mouth smaller like that. No, let's adjust the upper lip. That doesn't look too good. Let's take it to about -35. Mouth width, that's good. Mouth height, let's see. Let's make it bigger to 100. Okay, so now let's go to the next one, which is the face shape. So you can adjust the forehead. If you want it lower and bigger. So let's see the one that will look good. I think I'll take -75. Okay, let's see what we have before and after. As you see, our effect is coming in nicely already. So we'll go ahead to the chin height. Make it longer, make it smaller. So I'll just take it to the end, make it bigger. Then the jawline, make it thinner, make her fatter. No, let's make it thin. Take it to -100. Face width, make her fat, make her thinner. Let's take it like this. Let's see what 75 looks like. 75. I think this is looking good already. So I'm satisfied with what I have. I'll go ahead and click OK. So now, as you see, we have a smart filter here. So every effect we'll be applying on this layer will be a smart effect. So you can always go in and make adjustments if you want. If you want to adjust anything, okay, you don't want the mouth to be like that, you can just make it smaller. You can always adjust it. That is why it's always good to convert your images to a smart image before you make some adjustments, so you'll be able to change it later on if you want to make any changes. So the next thing is I'll add a filter effect. I'll go up here to my filter tab, click filter gallery, and then under the artistic tab I'll be using the poster edges. So for my edge thickness, I'll use 0. For the edge intensity, I will use 0. And for the posterization, I will use 2. Okay, and as you see, we already have some cartoonish effects, and the skin tones are already divided into different colors already. So I'll click OK. So I'll be adding another effect to it. I'll go to filter once more. I'll click on sharpen, and then I'll click on sharp mask. Okay, then I'll change the amount here to 90%. 90%. I'll change the radius to 5 pixels, and then I'll change the threshold to 10 levels. So my image will be sharpened after I click OK. Good. So the next thing I'll add is the oil paint effect. I'll go up to filter again. I'll click on stylize and then I'll see the oil paint there and I'll click oil paint. I'll change the stylization to 4. I'll change the cleanliness to 3. I'll change the scale to 0.1 and then I'll take the Bristol detail to 0. Leave the others like that and then I'll uncheck the lights and click OK. So as you see, our cartoon effect is already popping. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I want to make the picture much more sharper. I'll go ahead and add the unsharpen mask once more. I'll go to filter, I'll go to sharpen and click on sharp mask. Then I will change the amount to 60. Sorry. I'll leave the radius as 5. Then I'll change the threshold levels to 5 and then I'll click OK. My picture is a bit sharper now. Okay, so I would like to add some outlines to the picture to make it look much more cartoonish. So the next thing I'll do is I'll duplicate the original layer once more. Make the original layer active by clicking on it and I'll click Command or Control J on my keyboard and then I'll drag it above the first effect layer and then I'll name it second effect. Okay, then the next thing I'll do is under the first effect layer I want to drag this liquify effect to the second layer. So I'll hold on Alt on Windows and Option on Mac. So I'll hold Alt or Option, click on the liquify and drag it to the second effect layer. And once we click this little arrow here, we'll see the liquify effect is now on that second effect layer. So once you drag the liquify effect to it, it's supposed to bring the liquify effect on this layer, but that didn't happen. So the simple fix is just to hide the liquify and unhide it just like this and it's going to show. Very funny, right? Okay, so still on the second effect layer, I'll go ahead and add some effect to it again. I'll go to filter, go to filter gallery, still under the artistic folder or tab, still using the poster edges. I'll change my effects. I'll change the numbers here. I'll leave this at 0, change this to 3. That's the edge intensity and the posterization to 6 and I'll click OK. So this would add some black outlines to the image. As you can see, the picture now has some blackish outlines which makes it look nice. So the next thing we're going to do is apply the oil paint effect again. We'll go to filter once more, we'll go to stylize, then we'll click on oil paint. Then we won't change anything, we'll use the previous figures that we used there and just click OK. Beautiful. So this will soften the black dots that we had there before. So then we'll go ahead and change the blending mode to overlay, which will make it much more brighter. and then you can reduce the opacity to about 50 or below 50%. So I'll go ahead and reduce it to about, let's see, between 40 and 50. So let me choose 45. Let me stay in the middle. So this looks good. So if you look at that picture, you see the black outlines that we added, which makes it look small cartoonish. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add an eye pass effect to this picture. So we're going to create a flattened image of all the effects that we've created. So how to do that is you hold your control or command, hold shift, hold option or alt, and E, and that will be created, which is everything we've done. So if you had all the effects, this is the combination of everything that we've done. Okay, so we'll be adding the eye pass effect on this new layer. So I'll just rename it high pass. Okay, so I'll go ahead to click on filter, go to other, then I'll click on the eye pass. Okay, I'll change the radius to 2 pixels and click OK. So I think there are some colors here, as if you see, if you look at the picture closer, you see that there are some colors there, and we wouldn't want that because that would affect the overall picture at the end. So we are going to desaturate, we are going to remove the colors. Okay, so make sure the eye pass layer is active. Go to image, go to adjustment, and you choose desaturate. Okay, so all the colors now are gone. Then you go to your blending mode to change it from normal to overlay, and the picture will be much more brighter. Okay, so I think that is all we have to do. So now let us put all this effect into one group. Okay, so click on the first one, the eye pass, hold shift, click on the second one, everything will be selected. So you can click command G or control G to create a group for all these effects. So I'll go ahead and click command G and everything will be in a group, or you can just hold and just drag them to the folder icon down below here, and everything will be in a group. But I find it that for me, I always use the shortcut command G. So we can now go and hide the effects to see what we had before and what we have now. I think this is so beautiful. Oh my god, this is great. Okay, so at the end of the day, you can leave your picture like this, or if you wish, you can add extra effects to it, like curves, vibrance, levels, or anything. Okay, so for me this picture looks perfect, but if you want to add vibrance to it, you can go ahead and do that, but I don't want it. And if you want to change hue and saturation of everything, you can do that to change the overall color and all, if you like. But I think this looks good. This looks perfect. But I'll just leave it the way it was before. I think I prefer it like this. And we've been able to create a cartoon effect in Photoshop. Quite easy and straightforward. If you follow the steps, I'm sure you'll get this kind of perfect image. So this is what we had before, This is what we have now. As you can see, our cartoon is looking so good. So if you want to use another picture to create the cartoon effect, you don't have to go ahead and do all the steps from the beginning. You can use the same effect on the new picture. So you the first thing I would like to do is just hide this eye pass first, because it won't look good on the other picture that you add. So I'll double click on this original layer. I'll double click on the smart object, and it's going to open in another tab. So I'll go to my folder, or if you have the picture here, like I want to use this picture, I would just drag this picture into this layer. Okay, so I'll just drag and drop it there. Okay, and then I'll command T and just resize it to be big. Click enter. I'll hide this one. I'll hide the old one. Then I'll save it. Command S or Control S to save the new picture. And then we'll wait and it to be on the other one. So let's go check it out. Perfect. So we have the cartoon effect on this one as well. So you can just do that for other pictures. So if we put on the iPass layer, you'll see what I'm talking about. The picture, the old one, will be showing underneath. So I just like to hide the iPass if I want to put in another picture. So I will use another picture just to have another look. I'll go ahead and double click the smart object once more. I will go to my folder and drag in the picture that I want to use and just drag it in there. Click enter. Then I'll hide this one and click Command S or Control S to save this one. Then we'll wait for it to update, and then we'll go to the original picture and we'll see a lovely cartoon effect. This is amazing. Look at the old picture and look at the cartoon effect. This looks so beautiful. So it's quite easy. Once you just do it once, you don't need to redo it again. You just keep replacing the picture as many times as you want and it's going to work. So this is it. We've been able to create a cartoon effect in Photoshop. I hope you enjoyed this one. So the next one we'll be doing is the caricature effect in Photoshop, and I promise you it's going to be an interesting one. So just stick around, and if you've not liked this video, please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, drop a comment, and let me know what you feel about the cartoon effect. And if you have questions or suggestions, please let me know. Okay, so go ahead and start the we'll go ahead and start the caricature effect right away, and we can use the same picture or we can use a different picture. Okay, so let's get started. So I'll be using this picture here for the caricature effect. It's quite similar to the cartoon effect I did at first, but I'll be adding extra stuffs to this one to make it look better. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing I'll do is I'll unlock this layer to convert it to an ordinary layer. Then I'll convert it to smart object. I'll right click and convert to smart object. Then I'll go ahead and check my image size once again to make sure the resolutions and everything is perfect. So I'll change the resolution to 300. Then I'll change the height to about 2200 and I'll click OK. Then I'll just zoom it out like that. So the first thing I'll do next is duplicate the layer. I'll click Command or Control J on my keyboard to duplicate the layer, or you can always go to your layer, tap up here and click duplicate layer. Okay, but I like the shortcut. So once I have my layer duplicated, I'll just rename it to first or just one, anything, or effects like we did the other time. I'll name it effects. Then the next thing I'll do is I want to select the head because we'll be making the head bigger. So I'll use the quick selection tool and then I'll select the head, just the head and the air. Okay, so if you have some parts that you don't want to select, you can just hold on your option or alt, sorry, you see it's going to change to minus. Okay, so I'll just remove some parts that I don't want. Okay, so I think my selection is good. Oh, I have some parts here. So I think my selection is good. So I'll click Command J or Control J to make that selection into another layer. So we have just the head here. Perfect. So the next thing we're going to do is we want to transform the head. We want to make the head bigger. So we click Command or Control T and then hold your Shift and your Alt or Option and then adjust the head to make it bigger. So the next thing we'll do is right click and choose warp and then you would adjust the head, the neck, the hair and everything to look good. So I want to try to make it look as if no adjustment was done there. I think this looks good. We can always make other adjustments later. So I think the edge is getting into form. So click on eraser tool and just erase some little parts there. So we've softened the neck edges so nothing is going to show there that we made any adjustment there. So I think our picture is coming together. Then we have to merge these two layers together. So hold command and click both layers, right click and click merge layers, and then you right click once more and convert to smart object. Okay, so we're going to duplicate this layer, then click command or control J. We'll name this first one before and name this one after. Okay, so the next thing we'll do is still on the after layer. We'll click on filter and we'll click on liquify. Okay, so you see these features just like we saw with the cartoon effect. So under the face aware liquify effect, then we'll link the eyes together, then adjust the eyes, make it bigger, height, width, tilt, and eye distance. Make them closer together. And the nose height, let's see, take it to 50. Nose width, make it smaller. A smile, make it bigger. Not too big though, so let's use 60 for the smile. Upper lip, let's take it to 20. Lower lip, you can use any figures, I'm just trying whatever works. So the lip, lower lip, make it bigger. The mouth width, make it smaller. The mouth height, make it bigger. The face shift, let's see, let's decrease the forehead size. Let's increase the chin height. The jawline, take it to -100 to have a thinner face, and the face width to -75. Okay, so we can preview what we have before and what we have now. I think, oh, she's looking pretty different from what we had before. So another thing I want to do is I want to adjust the body shape. So I would use this forward warp tool, and then I'll be able to adjust the body shape. I'm not sure you're seeing what I'm doing. Sorry. So now you'll be able to see what I'm doing. So I'm just adjusting the body to make it thinner, okay, just to make her look like a 3D cartoon. This is not necessary though, I'm just making it look different. Okay, so I also do this effect to other parts of the body. Okay, so I think she's already looking thinner already, so I adjust the upper parts as well. Just the back to make her thinner. I'll adjust the arms as well. make her hand smaller. This thing is fun. Make everything smaller. So the head, the big head is going to show quite well. Okay, so let's adjust the other part of the body. Just make it bigger a bit. It's not good. Control Z. Don't make it too big, so it won't look too. Anyone is caricature, so. I'll also make the basket smaller, or the bag, whichever one. I think we've done a good job. Let's see the back. So let's see what we had before. I think this looks good. So click OK. Alright. So in case you want to make the head big enough, if the head is not bigger, you can still do that. What we'll do is click and select the head again, just like we did before. And then you click Command J to duplicate the layer, and click Command T, and then you make it bigger. And then you right click and select Wrap. So I think this looks better than we had before. And if you are satisfied, click OK. Click Enter, and you can merge it once more with the other one. And go back and make it a smart object. And then if you want to make the eye bigger once more, you go to Filter and click Liquify. It's going to open this back, and then you click the eye size and link them together. Make the eye bigger, make the eye height bigger, make the eye width bigger, and tilt it better. Eye distance, bring it, separate them or bring it closer. Let's see, -25. You can make any adjustments if you want to. Make the forehead bigger or lower than what you had before. And if you are satisfied, you click OK. So the next thing I want to do is I want to make the skin, so I want to make it look much softer. So I'll go ahead and add diffuse. I'll go to Filter, I'll go to Stylize, then I'll click diffuse. Okay, I'll make sure the mode is on anisotropic and click OK, and the skin will look softer. Okay, then I'll go ahead and add some blur effect to it. I choose blur and surface blur, and make the radius 16 and threshold 7, and click OK. Then we'll go ahead and add a reduce noise filter. I'll go to Filter, I'll go to Noise and click Reduce Noise. Then I'll leave the strength at 10, preserve details at 10, reduce noise color 00, and click OK. As you see, the image is looking so soft and cartoonish. Okay, so if we click on this and see what we had before and what we have after, and the picture looks kind of blurry, so we're going to add some sharpen effect. Click on Filter once more, go to Sharpen and go Smart Sharpen. Okay, so we'll make sure it's at 175, radius 3.0, and the remove here is lens blur. Go and click OK. So the next thing we're going to add is the eye pass effect. Go to Filter, Order, and eye pass. Okay, if we make sure it's at 3.0, the radius is at 3.0, click OK. So we'll go to the eye pass filter here and double click on this icon here, this up and down arrow icon, to change the blending mode of the eye pass to overlay. Okay, so we'll change the mode blending option for the eye pass from normal to overlay and click OK. So our picture will be a bit bright, sharper rather. Then you can now add some other adjustments if you wish to. You can change the levels layer if you want. Change this one to make this one 20 and leave the rest 1 and 255. Okay, you can also add the vibrance layer to it. Let's just increase it to make it more colorful. I'll take it to 70. And you can add any other thing you wish to add to it to make your picture look more beautiful. So now let's group this together so we'll be able to check what we had before, what we had after. So hold the vibrance layer and the layer 1 that has all the effects, or shift and click Command G to group it. Okay, so this is what we had before and this is what we have now. Okay, so if you want to add other picture just like we did for the other one, if you want to change the picture, you can always import another picture. I'll go ahead and double click on this smart object where the effect is. I'll double click it and it's going to open on another layer. Then I'll go ahead and bring in the picture that I want to use and just drag it on it and click enter, and then I'll hide this one here and click save, Command S or Control S, and wait for it to update. Then we'll go and check what we have. So the new picture has been updated on this one, but it doesn't really have that caricature effect. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another liquify effect to it. So I will link the eyes together so the effect will be uniform. Take it this one to 100 just to make the effect more visible, and the eye distance, let's take it to 50 is good. Then the nose, let's see if we want to affect the nose. You can take the nose to 100, nose width, make it smaller. The smile, make her smile, not too much, so let's say 75. Upper lip, make it bigger. Lower lip, make it bigger. Mouth width, let's see, make it smaller. Mouth height, make it bigger. Then the face shift, the forehead, let's see, let's make the forehead smaller, take it down to -100. The chin height, let's make it bigger to -100. The jawline, let's see, let's make it wider to 100. Then the face width, let's make it bigger to 100. Okay, so another thing I would like to do is just adjust the body so the head effect will be much more visible. So I'll go ahead and use the forward warp tool and make sure my brush is not too big or too small by using the bracket keys to change the size of the brush. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and just adjust the body part the way I want it, just to make the body a bit smaller, so the big head caricature effect will be much more visible. This is not really necessary, but I just like to do it to make everything look perfect. I'll go ahead and adjust the neck as well to see if I can make the neck thinner. I think it's coming together now. Just try to make the neck very thin. Okay, I think this looks good. Adjust the collarbone. Adjust the shoulder. Okay, so what other parts needs adjustment? Let's see if we can adjust this part here. Let's see if we can adjust the arms as well. So our body will be visibly smaller than the head. Okay, so I think this looks good. Let's see what we have before and what we have now. This looks amazing. I really like the way it's turned out, but this elbow doesn't look good. Let's see what can be done to this elbow. Okay, so leave the elbow like this. So I think this looks perfect. So this is what we have before and this is what we have now. So I'll go ahead and click OK since I'm satisfied with the outcome. Okay, so there we have another caricature effect. Okay, so I think this looks perfect. We've been able to bring in another picture and create another caricature effect in Photoshop. So this is the picture before and this is the after the effect. I think it looks nice. Okay, so I'm sure with this tutorial you'll be able to create something lovely and beautiful as well if you follow the steps. Okay, so this is it. We've been able to create this caricature effect and also the cartoon effect in Photoshop, and I hope you'll be able to use this effect as well to create yours as well. And if you do enjoy this video, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, drop a comment in the comment section, let me know what you think, let me know your questions and suggestions, and also don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the bell notification so you get notified when I upload a new tutorial. Thank you so much for watching and see you on my next video. Bye for now.